Accents do that.
Y'all, I'm starting to say y'all again. It's been a long time. I grew up in Texas originally, but, man, I spent a long time practicing not to say
Hey,
y'all.
we're fixing to eat some barbecue.
Fixing? I'm fixing to, that's right. And trying to get these guys some decent Mexican food has been a real challenge. But I think we hit it last night, though.
We're fixing to talk to the state representative in Texas who's introduced a bill to reissue sovereignty. All right, well, your BBQ should be here in just a few minutes. And, I mean, it's better to go to the actual restaurants and sit down and, pig out on it. But this is pretty good. Got you some German sausage and some brisket, and just it's pretty simple stuff. No big deal. And some jalapenos, pickled jalapenos. You should eat one.
These boys eat barbecue a lot, so we should be all right.
Yeah. You guys have something like barbecue in Australia. Everybody's got barbecue.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of cattle. There's lots of beef in Australia.
Every weekend.
It's just not that good.
And they're doing animal ID in Australia, too. They're doing animal ID, too.
They definitely. I've been doing that for a very long time.
That's very cool.
The control grid. Hey, guys, great having you in studio.
Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it.
You bet. Bye-bye, Australia.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Be sure to visit GCNlive.com today.
Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. I've told you for a long time it's important to be self-sufficient, and today that's more important than ever. We need to be independent, and food and water is the key. You'll never have to stand in a bread line if you have your own bread. You'll never have to go to the Superdome and beg for FEMA to take care of your family in any emergency if you simply prepare. No one is going to take care of your family in the final equation but you. You know eFoodsDirect.com is still able to ship storable food that's safe from E. coli, salmonella, genetic alteration, or Chinese imports. And they do it at almost half the cost of last year's grocery prices. Call 1-800-409-5633. Or on the web, go to eFoodsDirect.com. Visit eFoodsDirect.com and look over the fine list of high-quality, freeze-dried, and dehydrated foods they have to offer. Watch the free videos, look at their online catalog, or give them a call at 1-800-409-5633. Again, 800-409-5633, or on the web at eFoodsDirect.com. Take action today. The first step is getting storable food.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network.
In the last 40 hours or so, Minnesota, Texas, and some other states have introduced declaratory statements reaffirming their 10th Amendment rights. Other states are on the verge of passing or have passed 10th Amendment bills saying no gun confiscation, no martial law. We had a state representative on who's introduced one in Montana that's already done 2 readings, has a good chance of passing right now in their session. But folks want a statement in Texas about sovereignty, and that has indeed happened. And during this week, it got written up by Representative Leo Berman, representative of 6th Legislative District, Smith County, right here in the great state of Texas. And you can go up to Infowars.com and the sites and read HCR 50. But to go over that with us is the man that penned the bill and has now introduced it, Representative Leo Berman. Sir, thank you for coming on with us.
Alex, it's a pleasure to be with you. And actually, next week I'm going to file another resolution. And that resolution will do the same thing. However, it's going to cover both the 9th and the 10th Amendments to the U.S. Constitution. And what we have there now, HCR 50, just talks about our rights under the 10th Amendment. What we're doing is reaffirming our sovereignty. We're telling Washington that if you're going to mandate anything on the state of Texas, if it's not fully contained in the U.S. Constitution, we're not going to do it. And the reason we're doing this, we're taking action, is because of we understand there's going to be a federal handgun registration. We don't want him to know where all of our guns are here in Texas. And also, there's another bill, a federal hate crimes bill. If you open up your Old Testament to the Bible and read in the book of Exodus that homosexuality is an abomination, you could be charged with a crime under that bill, and that's exactly what's happening in Canada right now. So we're just saying, if it's not in the Constitution, don't tell us about it. Don't ask us to do it, because we're not going to do it.
Why are resolutions needed like this, but not just resolutions, the states acting on these resolutions? I mean, the unfunded mandates, federal gun restriction laws, Northcom announcing that they're going to be over the states and over state governors. I mean, we haven't seen this since the Civil War.
Well, you're absolutely right, and you just answered the question yourself, Alex. They're running all over us, and they can't do that. We're going to reassert our rights under the 9th and 10th Amendments and let Mr. Obama know we don't want socialism in Texas. We don't want socialism anywhere in the United States. And if you're going to push us, we're going to push back, period.
Well, for those that don't know, Bloomberg reports $9.7 trillion taken, not $840 billion. And now into the stimulus package, it's basically total federalization, just all sorts of databases and federal control. And they're talking about now taking taxpayer money and giving hundreds of billions of dollars of it to corporations and private groups and individuals. I mean, this is robbery. This is bank robbery.
It's absolute robbery. But Obama said he's going to redistribute wealth, and this is his way of redistributing wealth. And before I got back up to my office this afternoon, I was listening to talk radio in my car, and Rush was telling about much of this money going to help pay people's rent, their deposit on an apartment. It's unbelievable, but this is a direct transfer of money from our kids and our grandkids in the future to people now. And it's wrong, and it needs to stop.
Well, notice what's happened. These foreign banks have bankrupted the U.S. with their derivatives and all this garbage. They get the bailout money in October, and day one say we're not using it to unfree the mortgages now. And it's also going to inflate the money supply and devalue people's savings. I mean, this is only going to make it worse.
I think it's going to make it a lot worse. And, Alex, I'm very much ashamed that the first monies came out of the Bush administration. You know, I hate that. He should not have done anything at that time. The market would have corrected itself. I still believe the market will correct itself. It's done so for over 231 years, as long as we've been in the nation. But to spend that kind of money, it is ridiculous. You can take $50,000 to $100,000 out of that $2 trillion bailout and give it to every single family in the United States. They would buy a new car. They would pay off their home. That would do better than what he's doing right now.
Yeah, because this isn't even pure socialism. It's government bureaucracy taking over and getting us dependent. Stay there. I want to get into what the states are going to do to resist this.
A day unlike any other in the long course of American history, a terrorist act of war against this country.
The enemy struck America on September 11th. But who is the enemy?
Bin Laden. This is his M.O.
We have to look to the Middle East. We have to look to Osama bin Laden.
Fabled Enemies is the first 9/11 film to take a close look at the terrorist ties to intelligence networks inside the United States.
Some U.S. investigators believe that there are Israelis again very much engaged in spying in and on the U.S.
I'm aware that some Israeli citizens have been detained.
Bin Laden's connections to the CIA, the hijackers' ties to the FBI, the Saudi Arabian connection, the Israeli intelligence network, warnings and war games, the shadow government, and much, much more. Fabled Enemies. Get the DVD at Infowars.com or see it in super high quality, along with hundreds of other titles at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists.
Millions of Americans are beginning to realize the enormity of the economic and political problems facing the U.S. and the world. And for the first time in their lives, they are feeling the need for preparedness. Ready Reserve Foods has been in continuous operation, manufacturing the finest and dehydrated foods for almost 40 years. Ready Reserve is the manufacturer. Unlike other companies that just broker canned foods, Ready Reserve controls the quality from start to finish with double enameled cans and nitrogen packaging. When purchasing from Ready Reserve Foods, you are buying factory direct at wholesale prices. Other companies are quoting delivery times of 1 to 2 months, while Ready Reserve ships within 5 business days. Many companies do not even offer a catalog. We will be more than happy to send a catalog to you free of charge. Dial 1-800-453-2202, 1-800-453-2202, or visit our website at ReadyReserveFoods.com. Factory direct, wholesale pricing from Ready Reserve Foods. Call us at 1-800-453-2202.
More than 700 chemicals have been found in our drinking water. And did you know that you have greater exposure to these chemicals while taking hot showers than when drinking the water? That's because many chemicals are inhaled when they evaporate and others are absorbed into the skin. The KDF Dual Media Shower Filter works with both hot and cold water, and it's designed to reduce chlorine, lead, mercury, and iron, and it inhibits the growth of bacteria, mold, algae, and fungus. The KDF Dual Media Shower Filter typically lasts 10,000 gallons or 1 year, whichever comes first. Hospitals, restaurants, and water treatment facilities use this media to reduce chlorine, iron, heavy metals, and bacteria. What about you? Order your KDF shower filter normally, $49 for our special price of only $39.99 with free shipping. Call the Berkey Guy and order now by calling 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or simply click on the banner at gcnlive.com to order online now.